What's up everybody, Ninth Jim here, back with another VGC 2020 Pokemon Sword and Shield competitive video with Singles Spotlight, even though this Pokemon's kind of bad in Singles, but this Pokemon's pretty sweet in VGC, honestly, so let's get right into it. So it's a Dark Ghost type Pokemon, Sableye. Immunities to Normal, Fighting, and Psychic. 3 different immunities makes this Pokemon a really solid switch-in a lot of the time. However, you're going to be leading this Pokemon a lot of the time as well, so you're not going to have those insane immunities. You may switch out and then be able to bring it back in, but usually your opponent's really not going to bother with taking out your Sableye, which is pretty cool. You get to have him on the field for a while. They get annoyed with the Quash after long enough, and then they're like, alright, let's kill this guy. But until then, you're just like sitting there squashing boys. So that's what you do. And then into his resistance, we have one resistance is poison. It's not that bad. And then weakness is fairy. That one's like kind of bad, but we patch it up with Rosalie Berry, and then we put all of our defense in, or all of our EVs invest into defense. And then this Pokemon is like rather bulky, can live certain attacks, can live a fairy attack, and then it just chills for a little while, which is pretty good. So you'll see in our damage calcs, like a lot of them are just like this guy dies or this guy lives, which is cool. So yeah, this guy, okay, so we'll talk about his stats. So HP 50 is like really low, defense 75 is pretty low, and then special defense 65 is pretty low. So it's like not very bulky overall, and that kind of sucks. This Pokemon like isn't designed to live for a while, so you can definitely switch out the Rosalie for a Focus Sash. Like Rosalie will usually, or like a fairy type attack will always 2-shot anyway, so you can definitely go with that for Focus Sash. I was just thinking because a lot of things like leave you in range to not die to a weather or something, or like a dazzling. No, you'll always die to a dazzling gleam after getting a hit from something. But yeah, I mean Rosalie or Focus Sash, they're both like right there. You can use either one, to be honest. Into our other stats here, so we have 75 attack, which is like is fine. It's not good. Honestly, this Pokemon's stats across the board are pretty like subpar, but I mean it is what it is, you know. It's a prankster Pokemon, has access to a really good move pool. You gotta sacrifice something, you know. It's a baby boy, he's little, doesn't evolve, you know. In the past we had Mega Sableye, my boy, that's my favorite, but no longer, but it's okay. Into our speed, we have 50 speed. That's like really bad too. It's just like a really pathetic stats overall, honestly. But this Pokemon has some pretty good moves. It has Quash, which is really interesting. I think Quash is only Sableye, I'm pretty sure, but it's really powerful. Quash just makes your whatever the target is go last this turn, so it's really good in doubles. It's unplayable in singles, but it's really good in doubles, and I like it a lot. So that's kind of the name of the game. Quash them, Will-O-Wisp them, fake them out, maybe foul play here and there. It's pretty cool. So we'll go ahead and jump into the build here. So we're using Rosalie Berry. You can definitely opt to use Focus Sash. Like I said, it does pretty much the same thing a lot of the time. So yeah, Focus Sash is pretty good, although it doesn't, like against like Sandstorm teams and stuff, Focus Sash leaves you at 1, which then you die. But if you build bulky and you just don't die to it, it's weird. I like using Rosalie Berry. If you go Focus Sash, you can definitely just like get rid of all the HP and special defense. Just go like speed and attack or something, you know. That's another option as well. Into our abilities, so we have Prankster. Prankster is awesome. Prankster gives us a +1 priority to all of our status category moves, and then don't Quash a Dark Boy, don't Quash a Grimmsnarl, because it's gonna fail and that would suck. But Will-O-Wisp, don't Will-O-Wisp Tyranitar either, but Will-O-Wisp things like the Mudsdale, the Excadrill, Dracovish. There's a lot of really good Will-O-Wisp targets this format. Conkeldurr, maybe, probably not, because Guts is really good. There's a lot of things that you can Will-O-Wisp. It's good. So yeah, into our moveset, Quash, Will-O-Wisp. Like I was saying, those are the 2 moves that I think are just standard to Sableye. I think you should always be playing those 2 moves. And then we also have Foul Play and Fake Out. You can switch these moves out if you want. I like Fake Out. Fake Out's awesome. And I like Foul Play. It helps us deal with huge Pokemon, things like the Stamina, or not Stamina, Swagger on Tempo, Mudsdale, things like the Snorlax, the Curselax, or the Belly Drum Snorlax, Belly Drum Darmanitan, you know. But we're gonna get outsped by all of those Pokemon, so as long as they kill something else, we get to kill them. It's kind of weird. We get outsped by everything. We're really slow, but not by Mudsdale or Snorlax. we outspeed those guys, so that's cool. And if Trick Room's active, then we outspeed the Galarian Darmanitan. Let's go. Alright, so yeah, that's a pretty cool set. And then we have a lot of other moves that we can use, actually. So another option is Trick, but you'll probably want to put on a different item. You'll probably want to go with like Choice Scarf or something with Trick. However, then you use a lot, you kind of like force yourself to Trick like immediately, you know, because then you can't like Will-O-Wisp, Quash, Foul Play, Fake Out. You can only do one. So it's like kind of like, it's a trick machine then, and you have to trick. So I don't know if I like that much. And then we also have Sunny Day and Rain Dance. So like priority setting weather is pretty solid. You know, if you're running like Sableye Charizard, you can set Sunny Day and then attack with Charizard and kill everything, and then Quash, and then choose what you kill every single turn with the Solar Power Charizard. So that's really interesting as well. And then we also have Rain Dance, although like in my opinion Pelipper is just better for Rain Dance. Like I like Sunny Day on Sableye because Torkoal is kind of like a one-trick pony, and if they damage it, it's just like doing mediocre damage with Heat Wave, or just dies, and like that's kind of lame. But if you use Sableye for Sunny Day, then that's pretty solid. It lets you, like, if it lives, you get to Quash and Will-O-Wisp things, and it becomes like a toolbox after that, which is really good. And then we also have Taunt, which is really good. I just like Taunt a lot. It's good, but you can't do it to Dark Pokemon, so you can't Taunt Grimmsnarl, which kind of sucks. But like priority Taunt is really, really powerful, hitting things like the Whimsicott. But we don't outspeed Whimsicott, so like I don't know. It's kind of mediocre because of that. And then Ally Switch is just always good. I like Ally Switch. Encore on a Trick Room, hitting like a Trick Room Pokemon with Encore is really good. It either forces it to switch out or reset their Trick Room, which is really powerful. And then encoring other things like Belly Drum, Snorlax, encoring that is like crazy. So that's good too. And then Helping Hand is powerful. You know, it's just like gives your guy a buff, your partner a huge buff. And then for our last move, we have Shadow Sneak, which is just priority. It's just good. Like priority Ghost type. It's stab. It's not that powerful, but it's there. It's like a priority move. It's really good. Onto our spread. So we just have HP 252 and special defense 252, and then Careful Nature giving us plus special defense and minus special attacks since we don't have any, and then 4 into defense. It's just like really bulky. That's really all it is. We just want to live with this Pokemon. It's lame though because it's like regular stats kind like just suck. So yeah, it's like Sableye kind of got like pushed to the side this gen. You know, we have like Grimmsnarl, we have Whimsicott. Everything's kind of just like better than Sableye, to be honest. So Sableye's kind of just like in this weird tier of where he's like, I'm good, but I'm not better than any of the other options, you know. Like we have Quash though, which is really cool, and like Will-O-Wisp is really good, but its stats are so mediocre, and it's just a mediocre Pokemon. Honestly, it's good. Like it has its good usages. I mean, it was the team that won Bokum at like, when was that, December or January? That's really good. Like it was on the team that won a 300 plus person event, so it's definitely good. It's obviously good, but it's only good, I feel like. Onto our synergies. So we have Mudsdale. So Mudsdale, this was on that Bokum team, like the Sableye Mudsdale. Will-O-Wisping is good, you know, you like make guys weak, and then Mudsdale just like makes your guys bigger with max Steel Spike and max Quake. And then, if only we still got Swagger. I'm pretty sure Sableye got Swagger before. I might be wrong with that, but we don't get Swagger this gen. And Swagger Mudsdale would be so powerful with Sableye, because then you'd have Quash at the end. And Quash is really good with slow Pokemon. So I talked about how good Quash would be with Charizard, but Quash is even better with Mudsdale, since you can kill fast things without letting them attack. So you could like Quash something like a Dragapult, and then just go in with a Max Quake and just kill it. And that's really, really powerful. And then same with the Charizard. That's like kind of the synergy with Charizard being Sunny Day and Quash, which is really good. And of course Will-O-Wisp there is good. And Fake Out's like solid as well. Being able to like fake something out, that like fake out like Whimsicott and then max Airstream it with the Charizard. You're then faster. You denied their Tailwind, and it's just in a really good position. And just like that, you're just like, ooh, we got him. We got him. We get man down. We got the Whimsicott. We got him. Yeah, it's pretty good. And then our last one is Excadrill. Like, just Will-O-Wisp is really, really solid against that in general. And then we have Fake Out as well is just good option. So we can Will-O-Wisp, make things little, and then Max Quake / Max Steel Spike. That's kind of like the same from the Mudsdale. But then we also still have Quash, which is really good. And I like Quash a lot. I think it's really good. Anyway, on to our speed tiers here. So none of these are really like good. You know, we're pretty slow. We hit 70, which is slower than things like Scrafty, slower than Uninvested Jellicent, Galarian Weezing, and Grimmsnarl. All of these Pokemon are famously like not very fast, so it kind of sucks that we're hit such a slow speed tier. We can definitely run Trick Room on something on our team, so that like after they kill the Charizard or while Mudsdale's out just chilling, setting up Trick Room is really powerful, and then you can quash things that are slower than you. Like say your opponent runs a Conkeldurr and you set up Trick Room, you can quash that Conkeldurr and then kill it with something, and then you're just like in the clear. It's really good. And then Mimikyu will always outspeed us even if it's hindering. Like if it's min speed, it hits 90. Things that we outspeed initially is Hippowdon. This is really good, like being uninvested. Sometimes it'll be hindering, but it'll usually just be uninvested. We don't see Hippowdon, like we don't see it that much though. And then Conkeldurr, we usually will outspeed, although a lot of Conkeldurr run a little bit of speed, so that under Tailwind they can outspeed things like Duraludon and just like kill Duraludon. So Conkeldurr is gonna outspeed us a lot of the time as well. But like, you know, like Quash and Will-O-Wisp, we have like priority, so those will outspeed obviously, but unless it like Mach Punches. But Conkeldurr, like Mach Punch, doesn't do anything because we're immune to Psychic or fighting. Immune to fighting. We are immune to Psychic too. But yeah, so Conkeldurr is like not that good against us. And then Gothitelle, hindering nature at 63. Gothitelle's like usually gonna be hindering because it's gonna set Trick Room and it like wants to be at that low speed, so we'll be outspeeding Gothitelle a lot of the time. But a lot of Gothitelle would just like run the Imprison and be like faster, like just not min speed, but like not have much speed. So we may get outsped by Gothitelle a lot of the time too. Onto our onto our damage calcs. So I don't have many of these, and they're all kind of just like we live or we die. So this is gonna be pretty brief as well. So Dynamax, Togekiss, Airstream into us hit 63 to 74%, the same as a Max Starfall, hitting 63 to 74% with Rosalie. So if we have Rosalie, then we like don't die to anything that a Togekiss can possibly do, which is really good. And we can like quash it and then try to kill it with something else. But if it's weakness policy offensive, then it will kill us the next like that attack with the Airstream or the Max Starfall. So keep that in mind. But yeah, you can live an attack from that and then like use another priority attack potentially, and it's just like not a great matchup though regardless. And even if it's not offensive, its Dazzling Gleam is annoying. So if something else attacks you and then uses Dazzling Gleam, or then the Togekiss uses Dazzling Gleam, then that like kind of sucks too. Then we have Dynamax, like max speed or max attack, Rhyperior, Max Quake into us, we guarantee die. 101 to 120%. However, we are faster, so if Trick Room isn't set, we outspeed it, and we also have priority Will-O-Wisp, so we can like just have that damage, so we live guaranteed from our Rhyperior, which is good. So we can like Will-O-Wisp it and then quash it the next turn, and then we get to attack it like twice, even under Trick Room. We can just attack it with our partner Pokemon twice, which is really, really good. And then for our next Pokemon, we have Mudsdale, Dynamax. This is without Swagger Boost. It has a 68% chance to OHKO us with the Max Quake. However, if it is Swagger boosted, like we're super dead. And then Foul Play, after Swagger boost, after Dynamax, doesn't even kill. We only hit 84 to 99%. So like honestly, Sableye doesn't do everything really, really well. It doesn't Foul Play kill big things that well. Like we hit 84 to 99% after Dynamax, after it's a little boy again. But if it's maxed, we hit like 40. What is it, like 42 to 50%? Like we don't do enough. We don't do nearly enough, which is just unfortunate. Next, we have our Single Spotlight. Single Spotlight, it's not very good in singles, so I'm just like gonna keep this brief. You play it bulky, you know, Leftovers, Prankster, and then you use moves like the Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Recover, Knock Off. You have Recover and Leftovers to heal up, but he's really, really fragile, so you know he dies pretty easily. You can Will-O-Wisp, and then you only take like a little bit of like half. You take half damage then from like physical threats, and then you can Recover and Knock Off and Taunt, And this Pokemon's like, it does stuff, it's good, but it does, like I said like before, other things just do better, you know? So it's not really worth a slot unless you really like it, or if it really works for your team. And unfortunately, I don't really have any synergies right off my head, but I do like this Pokemon even in singles. I think it's cool and you can definitely make it work, but it is low tier, and that's really all I gotta say for it. And for our investments, we have just max HP and max defense. With Will-O-Wisp, with Prankster Will-O-Wisp and max defense, we can live a bunch of attacks and then recover and then knock off, and that's kind of just the name of the game. It's like, I wish it had a good pivot attack. Maybe it has like U-turn or something. I don't think it does. We can see U-turn. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have any pivot. It would be cool if you could like knock off and then like recover and then just pivot out. Would be actually pretty solid then, but we don't have it, so well. Sableye is pretty low tier in this gen. I'm not gonna lie, I love Sableye. He's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. Probably my favorite Pokemon of all time. I just love his design. I loved him when I was a kid. I thought he was like super rare. Like I caught him in with a Premier Ball. So like I actually had a story in Emerald. Emerald was one of the like my favorite games of all time, like ever out of any category of gaming. I loved it. I loved Emerald, and I got it. And then I went into the cave, the cave on Dewford Town, and like where you meet Steven, you know what I'm saying? And I saw a Sableye, and then I couldn't find it. I like ran away, or I didn't run away. I think I killed it or something. And then I ran around trying to find it for like an hour, and then I finally found another one, and I used my last ball. I couldn't catch it for like 10 balls, and I used my last ball, a Premier Ball. I remember this because it was in a Premier Ball, and I caught it, and I was so happy. I was so happy. I was like, I couldn't find this guy for like an hour. It was so cool. I caught that Sableye. I used it that entire game. That was my first run through of Emerald. I remember this because Sableye was like so cool. It's always been one of my favorite because of that. Or not only because of that. I love his design. I love him. Prankster is awesome, but yeah, I thought that was insane. So I wanted to share that cute little story. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today. I like Sableye a lot. However, it's just not that great this gen. You know, you have things like the better Pokemon, like things like Grimmsnarl and Whimsicott. Although Quash is its own attack, you can't have Quash on anything else. So yeah, Sableye is cool. Not great, but it's cool. And that's gonna be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. Back on the regularly scheduled guides without Kanto Pokemon and stuff like that. Maybe we'll do the Alola starters, the other ones like Primarina and Decidueye. Maybe Alola Ninetales. I want to do that as well. I wanted Alola Raichu, but I don't think you can play it, which sucks. And then like I'll probably do a Zeraora video, but on singles, because I don't think you can use it in VGC, like unless they changed it, but you shouldn't be able to use it in VGC. So yeah, but you can use it in singles. So I'll put up a singles guide and like a VGC if you could use it, then video. So that's really it. And then we also have those battle videos, showdown and team building series coming up. I tried to do it earlier and it sucked. I did it yesterday. The team sucked. We'll do it with a better team. So we'll do it with a better team. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching. If you're still here, thank you so much. We're at 700 subscribers. Really soon I'm gonna do that announcement for the giveaway. So yeah, keep that in mind. Keep it posted. Subscribe to the channel. You'll have to be subscribed and comment on the video. I'll explain more in a different video. But thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.